Hey, what's up, guys? This is Saad here, and I'm bringing a very special game today. Um, well, first off, I'm gonna give credit where the credit is due. This is not my gameplay. This is one of my online friends' gameplay with whom I play a lot, actually. Nicky G, or just Nick. So yeah, he went absolutely ham-boned in this game, going 70 and 0 while rushing too. Which is more impressive because you put yourself in very tight situations, like right there, jumping on the flag right in the middle of the map. Anyways, so the topic I wanted to talk to you guys today about, which is relevant to this gameplay, is what's the secret of doing good in Call of Duty, or well, anything competitive in general. We've all seen videos on people analyzing the gameplay, uh, being in control of the engagements, hand-eye coordination, reaction time, and all that stuff. Obviously that's important. You can't just get in anything competitive and just, be amazing right from the beginning. So yeah, you have to, I guess, practice if you want to put it that way, or just play the game for fun, and you'll become better at it if you really care to become better at it. So that's part of it, but I wanted to go beyond that. I remember, well, I want to give you an example first. You guys probably know Ronaldinho 124, and what a beautiful player he is. Sometimes I watch him, I'm like, damn, how can someone do that? And his stats speak for him. Like he probably has a ridiculous score per minute, and we all know his KD is always over 5. In Modern Warfare 2, it was like a 12 something, which is ridiculous. But yeah, you see his gameplay, and you can right away see like he has ridiculously good aim. His reaction time is amazing, and his awareness is amazing too. He knows what's going on around him all the time. Now, I don't think that's because he's analyzing the game as he's playing it. I think that's impossible. I don't think you can analyze. I mean, yes, you can analyze it, but there's so many factors involved uh, while you're playing the game that analyzing would, actually make you do worse than you would do when just playing the game, which might seem it might seem odd to some people who are watching this video, but excuse me, but anyways, this is my opinion, and you don't have to agree with it. Anyways, I remember Ron put up a video in which it was titled, I don't remember the whole title, but he had the phrase Zen mode in it, and to me it clicked all of a sudden. I'm like, aha, obviously it's not about analyzing the gameplay that makes you go over the edge of being a great player. It's being in that Zen mode. What is, like, in other words, you guys have probably heard this one. It's called being in the zone. That's what athletes call it. They're like, when they're in the zone, they just go hambo. An example of this is, I'm a soccer fan, so I remember watching this interview by Thierry Henry when he was in Arsenal. He scored like a hat trick against Roma in the Champions League. He had an absolutely sensational game, and the the interviewer asked him after the game, how did what was your mindset? How did you do so good in the game? What makes you such a great player? He's Well, he responded, like, I I don't know what was happening. It just happened. I wasn't thinking about it. Like, it included no effort. Another player, Dennis Bergkamp, he had this amazing season with Arsenal. I don't remember what year it was, but he won PFA Player of the Year, the Premier League Player of the Year. And after he ended his career with Arsenal, he had this interview, and they asked him what made that season so special, and he said it involved no effort, and it just happened. And like he said, every season after that, it wasn't as good because it felt like I had to do too much work, and uh, there was too much effort involved, which might seem odd, but that's what I'm just saying what they said. So yeah, the video I was talking about Zen mode. I'm like, aha, of course. And I don't know if Ron put this consciously. I'm guessing he did because he put it there, and he knows what it means. But what Zen mode or being in the zone basically means is, what Zen calls choiceless awareness, or in other words, being in complete attention of what you're doing, being totally conscious, being totally in the present. And in this state, there's no thought involved, or if there's any thought involved, there's no attention at all given to it. Because, if you've ever noticed, whenever you're thinking, like you like pull your attention away from whatever you're doing. In this case, you pull your attention away from playing the game, and some of the attention goes to your thinking. So, that distracts you from being completely with the game and being completely attentive of what you're doing. Called being in the zone. Now, another thing that's odd is when you're in the zone, there is no ego involved. Ego in the sense, the I, the self, or all this Eastern philosophical stuff. But anyways, this has always bothered me. It's like, if there's no an ego involved, what the hell is it that's operating in you? But anyway, that's a different topic for another time. So yeah, this is my opinion on what makes a great player. And unfortunately, this cannot be taught. This doesn't involve any effort. If you're trying to do it, then you're being over analytical and thinking too much. This is something that just happens. That's why when you see that's what I'm sorry. That's why when you're playing a game and you're trying too hard, you tend to do worse than you would do if you're just playing the game. So yeah, this is my opinion on what I think makes a great player, which is not obvious. This is not obviously the whole thing that makes a player good. You obviously have to have um, good knowledge and good reaction time. Good hand-eye coordination. Obviously, how fast your brain reacts to what you see on the screen. All that stuff. That's obviously needed, but that just comes through playing and wanting to be good. On what and in my opinion, what puts the player over as a great player is the one who can be in Zen mode or in the zone most of the time he's playing, which also makes a consistent player. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching, and this is my 2 cents of what makes a great player, which is kind of contrary to the video I put up. I think it was my first video. We talked about how to be a good player, and I just analyzed and talked about the more analytical stuff that makes a good player. But if you want to be a great player, better than a good player, then this is it, man. You have to be in the Zen mode. You have to be in the zone, and it's unfortunately cannot be taught. So yeah, thanks for watching, man, guys, and I'll see you later.